Hello, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be experimenting and playing around a little bit. If you saw one of my previous videos, I did some image transferring for the first time and I want to try that out again, but I want to take it a step further and see if I can foil on top of it. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. I will be doing the image transfer again on the matte Dura-Lar. And then these papers that I got, these are actually from Luise Heinzl. You can find her over on Etsy. These are 3 different packs of papers that she has there, all called the Nautical Garden, and then she has each one in different color families. So each set will contain these 3 designs, but just in that color family. So this is going to be your blues, this is the red and pink, and this is the purple. So that's what I'm going to transfer today. So hopefully, I'm excited. I hope this will work. Okay, so I'm just going to grab 3 pieces of the Dura-Lar out of my little pad here. And again, I'm going to be doing it with the matte medium, and then I just have a little paintbrush here. I think those are I got them off Amazon. I think they're listed as collage brushes, but really anything that you have will work. Let's see here. So I think this time, do I want to cut the edges? No, I'll just do it as is. Oh, good grief. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to put some collage medium on top of the sheet that I'm going to transfer. And then make sure I get it all the way to the edges. And then again, this was laser printed. I say again because that's what I did in my last video. I haven't tried it with inkjet. I don't know if it'll work or not. I would imagine this part, the ink would kind of start lifting, so I don't know if it actually will work, but. And I'm just going to put my piece of Dura-Lar right on top and then give it a rub. Make sure I've got really good contact here. And then this time I'm going to try using my brayer over the little squeegee thing. I didn't like last time how the squeegee left those black marks. I think that was probably from me just because I was pushing too hard. Okay, and then I'll just set that aside to dry. And then I'm going to do the same with the other 2, and then I'll be back. Okay, so everything's all completely dry now. One easy way to tell I found with these is when they start curling up real bad. Then you can tell they're dry. Now what you want to do is get the part with the paper wet because you're actually going to be peeling off the pulp. You can submerge the entire sheet in some water, but I'm just going to do it with my spray bottle. And I'll just give this whole thing a spray. That just kind of helps it stop curling up on itself. And you do want to get it nice and wet. And then you'll just take it and you're just going to rub all of the paper pulp off. And you can tell that you've gotten enough paper pulp off when your image becomes less cloudy. It's easier to see when it dries, so it's completely normal if you have to go through and do this multiple times, just so that you can make sure and get all the paper pulp off. If some of it's still on there when you're done, it's fine. It just kind of gives it more of a cloudy, misty look. So I'm just going to continue and do that for all 3, and then I am going to go ahead and cut these into tags, and I'll be back to show you the next step. I went ahead and cut out the tags. I used just a Tim Holtz tag die set, but you can easily freehand cut them out. And I'm going to be using the top part, so the part that has the Dura-Lar on top versus the image transfer sheet. I am going to glimmer on this, which is not something I've done before, so this is going to be a little bit of a test. I have glimmered on the Dura-Lar and it glimmers beautifully. So I want to see how it does with an image transfer on the back. I don't think it'll affect it, but we'll see. And the foil set that I'm going to be using for this is the Satin Metallics Variety Pack from Spellbinders. And then the plate that I'm going to be foiling is this one. This is the Twinkle Bright Tree Better Press plate from Spellbinders. This is one of the new ones that just came out. And then to get the foil ready, what I like to do is just set the plate on top. And then I have one of these little roller cutter rollery tool thingies, and I like to use that to cut my foil. And with giving myself a bit of an edge, just cut it like that. Makes it very, very, very easy. Then I'm going to put the spare foil away. And I do want it to kind of be on the side a little bit. So I think I'm still going to do the book fold, or the hinge method here. So I'm just going to line up my plate where I want it. Actually, let me put the foil down first. Okay, I gotta do this backwards. You want your shiny side towards the plate. I'm gonna let it hang over just a smidge. Then I'm going to put my plate down. And I'm going to get a longer piece of tape because I'm going to wrap this around. And this can be kind of fiddly if you have sausage fingers like I do, especially. So I'm just going to look and make sure, kind of eyeball it here, and make sure I've got everything lined up kind of sort of where I want it. If it's not perfect, I'm not bothered. Okay, I think we're slightly on the wonk here. I think I want to move the plate just a tad. This probably would have been easier if I would have foiled on a bigger sheet and then die cut the tag. But honestly, I didn't think about it. So I'm going to fiddle with this for a minute. And sometimes for me it's easier if I just hold things up in the air. Okay. I think that's where I want it. Okay, so now my platform is all preheated, and you can tell it's ready when the platform ready light is on. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your sandwich on your platform, plate down, because that's what you want to heat up. And then because I have all that additional foil, I am going to put just a piece of paper on top of it, just so I don't get a lot of foil on my plate. As you can see, I've foiled my plate. It's not a huge deal. You can replace these. And then put the top plate on. You can sandwich that either way. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and hit my timer. And then I'll wait for that to heat up. It only takes a few minutes. You'll be able to tell that this is ready when the timer light goes solid. I'm going to grab my Platinum 6 so we can have it ready. Okay, so the timer light is solid, so I'm going to remove this whole thing from the base and then move it over to the Platinum 6, and you want to run it through slowly. Be careful, this is very hot. Don't touch the bottom of that base platform because you will burn your hands. Just run it through slowly just to make sure everything's got good contact. And then carefully again remove it from your machine without touching the bottom. And you can disassemble your sandwich. And remember, this is still very, very hot, so be careful. And I like to just set mine aside to, or set mine to the side just to cool for a little bit. While that's cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and get the second one going. I can't decide though, do I want to do silver for this one, or do I want to do more of a contrast? I think I want to do gold. I like purple and gold, so let's just do the gold. And I'll probably do gold for the other one too, so I'm going to go ahead, put that away. Or maybe copper. Copper might be pretty. We'll decide when we get there. So I'm just going to do the same thing, set the plate onto the foil, and give it a cut. And I'll put my plate about where I want it. Nope. Let's put the foil on there first. Pretty side down, or pretty side up. Think of the gray as kind of like the adhesive. And let me just get the tape now, that might be easier. Really hope y'all don't mind me doing things for the first time with y'all, so you can see me kind of fiddle with it. You can see the entire process of me figuring this out as I go. Okay, I'll move that up just a bit. Yeah, this next time I'm foiling and then cutting out the tags. That would be so much easier. I think we're on the wonk a little bit here. Okay. We'll call that good. Oh, phooey. Now I've got my tape stuck to my foil. Okay, there we go. Make sure we're lined up still. Lined up-ish anyway. Add one more. I know it's probably off camera most of the time, but all I've done is lined everything up, added tape on the side just like we did last time. My platform is still hot, so plate side down. Make sure I don't have too many wrinkles in my foil there. Plate side down, put it on there. Spare paper, plate, thick plate, hit the timer button. So now the blue one is cool. So I'm going to remove everything here. I'm going to remove the tape very gently, because I don't want it to remove any of that image transfer section. There we go. And now the fun part, you get to remove the foil. This is akin to watching embossing powder melt, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, how fun is that? Oh my goodness, that is so fun. I can't wait to put some little bits on the top, and I may stitch around the edges. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But save this. Don't throw this bit away because you can still foil with that. So you can put that on something else and then just have a tree. So your whatever's on the back will come through. It's so much fun. I've got a little container that I hold those in. Okay, so my foil is ready again. So let me quit yammering and grab okay, I'll run that through slowly. There we go. I haven't foiled my spare sheet of paper yet, so it'd probably be okay to not have that, but better be safe than sorry. Okay, I'm gonna let that set aside to cool, and I'm gonna get the sandwich for the next one ready. Y'all don't need to see me fiddle with that a third time. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and go with the copper for the red one, and both have had a chance to cool. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the foil here. Oh, pretty. Yeah, the gold was a good choice for that one. Ooh, I like it. And then again, gently remove the tape from the back part because you don't want to remove any of the image transfer section. And this is low tack tape that I'm using, but sometimes even low tack tape will stick. Oh, fun. Okay, let's see what the copper one is. See how that looks. Oh yeah. So pretty. Oh my goodness. I will definitely have to foil more image transfer sheets. This is so much fun. Oh, and we've even got some foil on the back of this one. Totally okay. There we go. And they are a little sticky, so I'm just going to take my adhesive eraser just to the section where the adhesive was, and you can't really see it, but you can feel it. Okay, there we go. And here is our 3 foil tags. Now I'm going to decide how I want to decorate them, and I'll be back. Okay, so I decided to keep it simple with just a bit of coffee dyed seam binding and then a bit of crocheted lace, and I think I'm going to use this thin one here. I'll just cut a bit of that off. That should be good for 3 tags. When I'm doing seam binding, I don't like to stretch it out. I just kind of like to lay it on my surface and then just cut it like that. Just because I like to keep the crinkles, but I want to at least make it long enough so it doesn't look like short little stubby things on the top of my tag. Okay, I think that was enough. So I'm going to do two seam bindings and then one lace. And this is going to be a little bit thick going through that hole, but since it is the Dura-Lar, it'll be able to hold up to it better than, say, like a paper or a cardstock would. But if you're doing this with just paper, I would recommend putting a reinforcer or something on your hole. There we go. Fiddle with that to get it straight, and I think I probably should have done my lace a little longer. It's okay, we'll just trim the seam binding a little bit. And then same thing, I kind of just like it to hang naturally. And trim it off. And there we go. So cute. So let's do the next one here. So one, well, that's really long. Two. And it really doesn't matter what order you put them in. Go. And save your little extra bits there, because you never know when you might need just a little bit of something on a project. There we go. And do I want to add I think I'm going to make some sentiments. I'll be right back. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and made some sentiments for the tags. I chose to use this set. This is a Sending Joy sentiment set. It's a better press set, but I did foil it. And I did do the coordinating colors, except for the copper. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it to work. So I just went with a more yellowy gold. I'm just going to glue those on using my Barely Arts glue. And I'm just going to do it kind of towards the bottom here, I think. My idea with these is to turn them into reusable gift tags. Since this is Dura-Lar that I used on top here, you can actually write on it with a Sharpie and then it'll come off with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So you can gift it to somebody, you know, as part of their gift. You know, you can put their name on it and everything, and then they can actually turn around and reuse the tag. They just have to wipe off the Sharpie with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. These would also themselves make a wonderful gift. You could just make up a bunch of them and then give them as the gift. And then just let them know that they can use it several times over. They can use it as a reusable gift tag where the if I could say that, recipient, there we go, uses the tag, or they just ask them for the tag back. And then they continue to reuse it. And there we are, the 3 finished reusable gift tags. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, my fumbling around trying to get this to work. But like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so if you're interested in any of these products, they will be linked down in the description box below. I do have affiliate links when available. If you choose to shop through those links, I do get a little bit of kickback, and it does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. But as always, take some time to pamper your inner goddess, and I will see you in the next one.